Hello. I'm actually doing a live stream for the first time right now. I usually do pre-recorded videos and then premiere them. Uh, for anybody who is new here, I've made animated music videos that are teasers for chapters of my story, but uh, people don't really realize that that's what the animations are. They don't realize that they're teasers for a story that you can read. So I decided to be a little more straightforward about it and just start doing streams where I show the animated music video and then read the chapter out loud. So, yeah, this is one of my favorite chapters that I'll be reading today. It's very special to me. The song that I used in the animated music video for this one is like heavily copyrighted. It's from a show called Daisy Jones and the Six, and I have like concerns about getting in trouble if I play the whole song, so I'm just gonna show like a little bit of it. Okay, yep, you can see my YouTube screen. Okay, go to my channel. I'm just looking for it. I've posted many shorts since then, so, yeah, let's go with, this one. This is the short that I'll show. Let me make sure my volume is not, like, insane. Okay, it's showing the wrong video. Hold on. There we go. Alright, I think that's enough. I will read the chapter out loud now. Let me just pull up WordPress. Oh yeah, my boyfriend is here, by the way. He's not speaking out loud, but he is here.
Hi.
Alright, Broken Minds, Chapter 10, Where Do I Go From Here? Sugar's POV. Sugar is the girl with the half black, half lavender hair that you saw in that video. Ever since the incident in the forest with Skylar, something has been different. At first, I was just really emotionally attached to them because of shared trauma, and I thought it would wear off, but it hasn't. And I've realized that I'm actually in love with them. I've known them for a month now, and I've been spending time with them a lot. Everything about Skylar is special to me. They're so insecure, and they don't really like themselves, and I wish they could see themselves through my eyes, because every time I'm around them I feel so happy, but it immediately goes away when I remember that I can't be with them because of Jake. I already was losing feelings for Jake, but this has made it much worse, because Skylar is everything I wish Jake could be. Things like love songs give me happiness and pain at the same time, because they remind me of someone, and that someone isn't the person they should make me think of. Naomi is hanging out with me in the living room right now. In a few minutes, her mom will take us to school. I'm talking to her about Skylar. Skylar is the type of person you should be with, Naomi comments. I know, but I feel like I'm a bad person if I leave Jake. I was the first person who ever listened to him because his parents neglected him, I respond. It isn't your responsibility to do that for him. He should just start talking to one of the school therapists. He's like a parasite. He's hurting you. I know, but when I think of his backstory, it just makes me feel so bad. I understand, but it's wrong to stay with someone you don't have feelings for. I don't like Jake, but it's still technically wrong to do that to him. That's just something I want you to think about. I do think about what she said. While we're on the way to school, and when we get to school. I know he should get a therapist, but I can't help but feel like I'm abandoning him if I break up with him. And if he had it in him to threaten suicide, he may also have it in him to actually go through with suicide. and I can't be responsible for someone's death. I just can't. It may be wrong to stay with someone I don't love, but it would be even more wrong to indirectly cause his death. Skylar comes up to me, and suddenly everything I was just thinking of flies away. "Hey, Sugar," they say excitedly. I notice Dante and Celeste smiling at each other behind them, but I'm not sure why. Then they go inside the school building, but Skylar and I stay outside for a few more minutes. "I really like your hair. How are you?" Skylar says. Kat and I went to dye our hair together this weekend because everyone else in the friend group has their hair dyed. "Hey, Sky. Thank you. I'm doing okay. How are you?" I respond. "I'm just really tired," they respond. "I had kind of a rough night last night. I couldn't sleep." "What made you unable to sleep?" I respond. I don't know. I was just stressed about a lot of different things. But anyway, how was your night?" Jake never asked me what was going on with me. It was always all about him. "It was okay. I had kind of a hard night sleeping too." I decide not to go into detail about why I couldn't sleep. We get told to go to class, so we walk into the building and wave at each other as we walk away from each other to our classes. The reason I couldn't sleep last night was because Jake was stressing me out again, guilt-tripping me for possibly leaving him, even though I never told him I thought of doing that. But it was also the stress of knowing I have feelings for Skylar, which is very obviously not something I can tell them. They probably don't like me back, because they know I'm in a relationship. But a part of me wishes they liked me. I'm such a mess. I never thought I would end up in a position like this. We start talking about music. "I've written a few songs before." "Really? Can I see them?" I say excitedly. I don't know. They're kind of embarrassing to me," they respond. Sorry, I lost my place. I don't know, they're kind of embarrassing to me. They respond. "Oh, I'm sure they're not, but you don't have to show them to me if you don't want to." Nothing notable happens in history. In ELA, we start reading the Martian Chronicles. The part of the story we're reading right now is about a husband and wife who are Martians, and the wife has been having dreams about an Earthman, and she feels attracted to him. Her husband is unloving. But by the way, this is based on the experience where me and my boyfriend were in the same class, and we read this book.
Yeah, we did.
In 10th grade in homeroom.
Mm-hmm.
So she's in love with this man she's been dreaming about, even though she has a husband? That's bad, a classmate says, and some others agree. I heat up and feel ashamed. Because what would my classmates think of me if they knew about my current situation? After ELA, I go to my locker and get my pencil out of my backpack for my next class. Skylar walks up to me. "Hey, did you see the new episode of Ferals and Strays last night?" Ferals and Strays is a show Skylar introduced me to. It can only be watched on YouTube, and it's about a cat who is left behind by her owners and has to adjust to the feral cat life with the other feral cats. "Oh yeah, I did. It was really good. It was really emotional when Missy found out how the other cats were talking about her behind her back," I respond. "Yeah, it was. I wonder what's gonna happen next, and if she'll still stay friends with them. We talk about it for another minute or so, and then Skylar says goodbye to me and walks away. Then Jake shows up, and my mood drops. "Oh, hey Jake," I say, disappointed to be seeing him. "What were you talking to Skylar for?" he says suspiciously. "Oh, we were just talking about the new episode of Ferals and Strays." "Skylar likes that show too?" "Oh yeah, they're the one who introduced it to me, actually." "I don't want you talking to them." "What? Why?" "They like you." "What?" "They like you. I can tell." "Jake, I seriously doubt that." "I don't want you talking to someone who likes you." We stand silently for a few seconds. "I'll see you after school," he says. He walks past me and goes to his class. For a few seconds, I process what just happened. Oh, for fuck's sake! I angrily slam my locker shut. Hanging out with Skylar has been brightening things up for me lately. Now Jake just took them from me. That stupid boy took away my mental health first, and now he's taking away the person who was making things better. I wish we'd never gotten in a relationship so I could be friends with Skylar. Wait, did I really just get that thought? Did I really just get the thought that I would rather not be with Jake, who I've known for 2 years, so I could be closer with Skylar, who I met fairly recently? Dear God, what is happening to me? I feel like my relationship with Jake is like a ball and chain, even though we're kids and we obviously aren't married. It's like a ball and chain without marriage. I get to my class, my mind still preoccupied by what just happened. I don't pay attention at all for the next few minutes and end up just asking if I can use the bathroom. In the bathroom, I cry hysterically and read 2 poems, one about Jake and one about Skylar. Alright, and I read those poems on my my last premiered video, so I will not be reading them this time. Probably. We'll see. Maybe I'll decide to read them at the end. In the middle of crying, I also start to think about one of the things Jake said. They like you. I don't want you talking to someone who likes you. Could that possibly be true? I doubt it, but I wonder what makes him think they do. I want to ask him what makes him think they like me, but he would start to realize that I like Skylar. I hate that the thought of Skylar liking me makes me feel happy. At PE, we wait for the coach to set up the cones to prepare for stretches, and Skylar and I stand next to each other and start talking. How are you? I ask. I'm alright, I guess. In a class, I had to present, and I just felt like people didn't like my presentation. It got laughed at by, someone, but I'm sorry, how are you? Here they are, asking me about my feelings again. I'm okay, thank you, I respond. We continue talking as we do the stretches. We get into the topic of weird dreams. Everybody in our entire friend group has weird dreams, they comment. Yeah, that's interesting, I respond. I had a dream last night where my soul was out of my body and I was trying to find myself. Wait, really? I had the same dream, they say. It really seems like Skylar and I have some kind of supernatural connection. At some point, the wind blows Skylar's hair from their right eye, and I notice it's blue. Whoa, you have 2 different... They aggressively shush me. Sorry. No, it's okay, I'm sorry, they say softly. Just please don't tell anyone, okay? Oh no, I won't. I think it's cool though. Really? They say. Yeah, I respond. Eventually, since it's Fitness Friday, we all sit on the ground and start doing the exercises. Skylar and I don't talk much, but we're still next to each other. At the end of PE, Skylar walks behind me, and they suddenly whisper in my ear. I'm sorry if this is rude to ask, but are you on that time of the month? They ask me. No, I don't think so. Why? I think you have a period stain. Oh shit, what, I do? Here, they say as they take off their sweatshirt. They have a long-sleeve t-shirt underneath. Put it around your hips. Really? But what if I leak onto it? Oh, that'll be fine. I have another one just like it, they say politely. Thank you, I say as I slowly take it from their hand. I tie it around my hips gently, as if I'm afraid I'm gonna tear it. I feel even more in love with them now. It gets worse every time they do something sweet for me like that Jake probably wouldn't do. Jake is so obsessed with me and doesn't give me much space, but somehow manages to not care for my well-being that much at the same time. At lunch, I'm afraid to go outside because I have Skylar's sweatshirt around my hips and I can't let Jake see me, so I text Naomi and ask her to hang out in the girls' bathroom with me. Hey, so why do you have Skylar's sweatshirt around your hips? Naomi asks me as she enters. I got my period unexpectedly. Oh wow, and you're wearing white shorts too. I know, but thankfully Skylar was the only one who noticed, and they gave me their sweatshirt to put around my hips. Oh wow, they're really polite. I know, and when I said what if I leak onto it, they even told me that it wouldn't matter because they have one just like it. They're such a gentle person. I know. Are you really sure you don't want to leave Jake for them? I can't shake the feeling that it would make me a bad person. Fast forward all the way to after 5th period. I'm in the hallway, leaning against the lockers when I hear heavy footsteps. I think they sound like Jake's, so I get paranoid, and I quickly take the sweatshirt from around my hips and put it in my backpack. I lean more heavily against the lockers, so my stain can't be seen. And unfortunately, my paranoia is right. Jake comes up to me. Even worse, he puts his hand on the side of my face and kisses me. It feels disgusting. I would rather kiss literally anything than Jake, and I unfortunately wish it were Skylar. He then pulls away, and then takes my phone from my hand, making sure Skylar is blocked. Hold on, I haven't gotten the chance to do it yet. You can let me do it. I know how to block people, I say as I snatch my phone back. He looks bothered by my tone, but doesn't say anything about it. I block Skylar and then show him that I did, and I unblock them once he walks away. I start walking to study hall, and then I see Kat hugging Skylar. I get a sinking feeling. So after Skylar walks away, I go up to Kat. Hey, I start to say. They were just hugging me because they were anxious. They need people to hug them when they're nervous. Kat says, as if she read my mind and knew what I was going to ask. There's nothing going on between Skylar and me, if that's what you were wondering, she says with a reassuring smile. Wow, she really can read my mind. At home, after dinner with my parents, I go to my bedroom and go on my phone and almost immediately get an invitation to a call with Skylar and our friends. And for a moment, I think about the confrontation with Jake earlier. Fuck that. I've been miserable for 2 years. It's time for me to experience some joy. Hey, sugar, Skylar says, being the first person in the call to greet me, as usual. We all talk together and laugh together like we always do. We talk about school, we make jokes, and just talk about life in general. It makes me feel like I don't have to worry about anything anymore, hearing their voices, especially Skylar's. And the laughter we all share together distracts me from the pain I have all the time. When the time finally comes around where I have to say goodnight, I am filled with sadness and a melancholic feeling. I really am in love with someone, and that someone isn't the person I'm dating. And even worse, I couldn't be more repulsed by the person I'm dating. What am I supposed to do? Where do I go from here? Alright, that was the end of the chapter. I will read the next chapter after this one. I don't know if I'm gonna do it on stream next Friday or if I'm gonna do another pre-recorded premiere on Saturday. I don't know, it just depends on how daring I'm feeling.
She's very daring.
Max, can you help me check the chat?
Uh-huh. One second.
I'm too stupid to do it myself.
No, you're not. Yo, who's watching? Hello.
To the people who are watching, thank you so much for supporting me. I appreciate it a lot. Thank
you.
This story means a lot to me, and this chapter in particular does. And yeah, this was really fun. I think, I mean, unless someone wants to say something in the chat for me to respond to in, like, the next minute, I'll... Oh, hey, Dad. Thank you. Yeah, I'll wait, like, another minute or so for, like, other viewers to, say something, and then I think I'll, call it a night. This was fun. This was way less nerve-wracking than I thought it was gonna be.
You did a good job.
Thank you. Alright, well, I think I'm gonna go, guys.
No.
Thank you so much for watching. I'll be back next week. Good night, everyone. Oh, hey, Mom. Thank you. Alright. Good night, everybody.